What's up guys, macadii here bringing you a brand new NU battle where I'm using a team based around Audible, the Mega Audino. So today I'm against a guy called Ivanholtz who has quite a scary team actually. I know how ridiculously powerful those Zvylos are, and especially if that's choice band as well, that's going to be very, very scary. Luckily we do have Audible that is resistant to the outrage, and also dark moves as well, and can hit back with 4 times super effective. So we need to definitely keep Audible around. Malamar as well is going to be a little bit scary. So in terms of lead, I am kind of feeling the Xatu leading. So I'm quite tempted to go for Rotom to lead, just because I can Volt Switch out of there as well. There is a chance that Malamar might be coming in as well. So I think that's probably the best way to go. So we're going to go for Not a Fan. Look at his team as well. Garbodor does lead. That's probably going to be doing some stacking. So we're just going to Volt Switch out here. And there's no, as far as I'm aware, I don't think it can do a huge amount to Mawile. So that's probably the best bet from here. I very much doubt it's Scarfed. Even if it is Scarfed, it's not outspeeding me. It probably is just going to Hazard Stack. The only other move I can really think of it doing, that does quite a decent chunk actually, is probably Gunk Shot, but then obviously I'm immune to that, so that's fine. Oh, it's just Garbodor's sprite is just absolutely disgusting. It's one of my least favourite sprites, I must admit. So he does start stacking up those spikes. So I think from here, I'm just going to go for an Iron Head. He does pack the Drain Punch, but that doesn't really do a huge amount. So an Iron Head, oh, that does so much. That is crazy. So looking at this, a Iron Head did 49%. So the question is, will a Sucker Punch do? Well, Iron Head has got stabbed plus Sheer Force. Probably not, to be honest. So I think we're going to have to go for another Iron Head. He does go and set up another layer of spikes, which is unfortunate. And I am getting stung by that Aftermath. But to be honest, there wasn't a huge amount I could do. And I don't really want any more spikes being stacked up here. That Magmortar definitely is going to be quite scary as well. And I think that would definitely put a stop to our sweep. But we can get a Sucker Punch here. There's no point switching out, especially with these spikes everywhere. And a Sucker Punch, 50%! This is just absolutely incredible. I hadn't realised just how powerful Mawile is. So luckily we do find out that that is Life Orbed. So probably the best bet from here is probably Not a Fan, because a T-Bolt will take that out. If he decides to go into the Zvylos, we do have Audible still. So I think that's probably the best bet. So we're going to go out into Not a Fan here. And we're going to go for... Question is, can a Volt Switch take him out? I have a feeling it probably could. It's difficult to say. I don't particularly want to stay in, because especially with that Zvylos, but I think I'm gonna have to go for the T-Bolt. We're gonna have to go for the T-Bolt here, unfortunately, because it does outspeed the rest of my team, because my team is relatively slow. But it does pack quite a bit of priority with Kecleon as well, and also Mawile has some priority as well, so it's not too bad. But I do definitely want that out of the way. He does go into the Zvylos, which is going to cause a few problems. So obviously best bet is to go out into Audible here. Now hopefully we won't get hit too hard by this Pokemon, but it is definitely a tiny bit scary. So we go out into Audible here, as he does go for the Crunch, and that really doesn't do too much. So I think this is the point where we can maybe not Mega Evolution. We're not going to Mega Evolve this turn actually. We're going to stay un-Mega Evolved, because then I can get the Regenerator going. And we're just going to go for Draining Kiss, just to see how much that would do, because I think that's going to do a pretty decent chunk. I don't think there's any way the Zvylos can kill me if I'm, especially when I'm not in my Mega form. So that's definitely going to be interesting. But yeah, I should have gone for that Volt Switch there. It was a really tricky play to tell. And I obviously didn't run the calcs on it, and I think it would have probably been quite iffy. So what we want to do at some point is, he goes into that. That really doesn't do much at all. So, question is, I don't think there's a huge amount this guy can do to me. So I'm going to Mega up and I'm going to Wish here. We'll see. I'm just trying to think of Hariyama's move pool. I know it gets Fake Out, Close Combat. I guess it might get Knockoff. Oh, I guess he didn't predict me to be a Mega. Oh, yeah, oh, that's fair enough. Well, I'm going to go for Calm Mind here. There's no harm in doing that, because I've got a Wish going up. I think he predicted me. Bullet Punch isn't doing much either, so I think this is just prime setup fodder, which is just another example of why actually Audino, while it is low tier, is actually quite threatening, especially down here. So I can't really see what can really put a stop to me, because once I get a few Calm Minds up, I can break through this Hariyama. See, close combat really isn't doing much either, and all he's doing is lowering his defenses, and I can start stealing his health back quicker. So we're going to go for a Wish here. Is that going to be the right play, actually? No, it isn't. We're going to have to go for a Draining Kiss here. That does quite a considerable chunk, actually. So Draining Kiss, we do outspeed. Okay, so, but that that's so much HP. Yeah, there's no point. Yeah, he does end up forfeiting here. So, yeah, this is just an example of just how disgusting Mega Audino is. Now, looking at the time there, I think we're going to go for another one. I'll give you guys another one. So we're going to go and just look for another battle. So we do find another one here with Zakalak. No. Yeah, Zakalak? Yeah, Zakalak. So looking at this guy's team, he has the Quagsire, which is quite cool. A Muck of his own. Probably Scarf Primeape and maybe Specs Magmortar, I would probably say. But once that Muck's out the way, definitely Audible has a bit of a field day here. So I think our main aim now is to try and get rid of that Muck. So we're going to lead with Not a Fan here, because he may decide to lead with the Quag, and it would be really, really good. He doesn't lead with the Quag, unfortunately. So the question is, do we stay in, or do we Volt Switch out? I think probably the best bet is to Volt Switch out, because we could go out into Con Artist, actually. And if that Quag does come in, it's not going to be too bad, I don't think. We can work around it. So I think that's probably the best bet. We're going to Volt Switch here. I don't think he goes out into the Primeape, but that's fair enough. Oh, that does a really, really decent chunk, actually. So from here, we could probably go out maybe into Con Artist, because I don't think there's a huge amount. Because once I go for a Shadow Sneak, there's not a huge amount that guy can do to me. Sucker Punch isn't going to be able to take him out. I think that's probably my best bet looking at this. I guess Garbage could be an option, but then I don't know, he might pack the Earthquake. So we're going to go out of this. I don't think Primeape gets a knockoff, which is why it's actually not a particular favourite of mine. I personally prefer Sork, even though this does get U-turn. So we'll see. So we'll go for the Shadow Sneak here, see if we can be a little bit cheeky. But yeah, I really don't want to be normal at this point. Okay, so he goes out to the Magmortar here. Shadow Sneak does pretty decent damage, actually, yeah. So I don't know how much damage this guy's actually going to be able to do to me. He's definitely not going for the Focus Blast this turn, so we can go for a Sucker Punch here. And that's going to do quite a bit more as well. That's going to do double, so that could potentially KO. Ah, he does a good switch there. So he ends up going out into the Muck, which is fair enough. But we're just going to double check, because I'm not sure if Muck learns Earthquake. Muck can't learn Earthquake. So actually Jaws is probably... Yeah, we're going to go out into Jaws actually, because we can get a free Iron Head off there. And he does go for the Curse here. So I think probably the best bet now is just to go for... Oh, do we go for the SD? We will probably... Yeah, we will be outspeeding, so we might as well go for the SD here, because otherwise I'll be getting 2 hits off anyway. And also, if he goes out into the Magmortar, we can actually Sucker Punch that. So Ice Punch? Why do you go for that? I guess he's not really got much for me. Anyway, we're going to go for... I think we're just going to go for an Iron Head here. I don't want to take too much damage, really. He does go out into the Quag here. So, he is obviously, quite obviously unaware, which is going to rain on our parade. So, we can go out into... We've got the options are Claydol, which would mean we could set up Screens and also Stealth Rock as well, which would be pretty good. He does lack a Defogger though as well, and especially with that Magmortar as well, it would be good to try and get some rocks off. So I think that's probably the best bet. I know this guy's going to have Schooled, but We are specially defensive, and if I can get a light screen off, he does predict me to go into this, which is fair enough. So we're going to put a light screen up first, then we're going to do Stealth Rock. I think that's probably the best way. Actually, probably Stealth Rock's more important. We're going to go for Stealth Rock. It does end up not working out. That's stupid cancel button. So we're going to go for Stealth Rock here. It's mainly because Claydol's just a little bit of a suicide lead at the minute. Well, not suicide lead, but... Okay, so he goes out to the Uxie here. We can now go out into... Corn Artist could be an option, actually, because... I guess Quag is still being a pain. So... Quite possibly Audino. I think we're going to go out into Audino, and we'll see from there. But at least we know that Muck is stopped by our very own Morwell. He does go for the sub here. So I think this is going to be a little bit of Calm Mind Wars, which I didn't really want it to be. But in the end of the day, we have Wish and he doesn't. He does go for the Calm Mind. He does have lefties though. But I think after quite a few Calm Minds, we should be out doing this. He may have Psyshock though. We'll just check. It can unlike Psyshock. Oh no. Might be in a little bit of trouble here. That's not good. So we're just going to have to Calm Mind up and kind of hope that he doesn't have Psyshock, but I have a bad feeling he does. Which is really, really unfortunate. But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go out into something to break its sub, and then from there... Yeah, we're going to have to break its sub and then hopefully Shadow Sneak with Kecleon afterwards, but I have a bad feeling this is probably going to sweep me. So, it's not good at all, really. But Calm Mind Uxie is really, really terrifying, actually. So, our Reflect does wear off, but to be honest, it's not going to make too much difference if this guy packs the Psyshock. And we should find out very, very soon. I really hope we don't, because it's a bit unfortunate that we win one game with Audino and then lose the other one using Audino as well. But I don't think there's much we can do. So from here, we're going to have to go for... We're going to go for a Wish, just to see what move he's going to go for. He has the Psyshock, yeah. Unfortunately, unless our Draining Kisses can break his subs, it doesn't break his sub. And that does absolutely nothing, yeah. No. Yeah, we are in quite a bit of trouble, to say the least. We are going to have to let Audible go down. We don't even break the sub. Oh, no. Okay. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go out into Jaws, I think. And we're going to have to go for Sucker Punch. Because the combination of that, he's got to attack us. Yeah. Oh no, why did I click? I didn't mean to click Con Artist. To be honest, it doesn't make too much difference. Because... Oh no, it does actually, doesn't it? We're gonna get... Oh no, we can go for the Sucker Punch. Psyshock. Psyshock. I completely forgot about that. So, it does fail as he does go for the sub here. We are going to have to go for a... It's going to be loads of mind games, actually. We're going to go for the Shadow Sneak this turn. Oh, this is going to be bad. Really, really bad. Maybe Trick would be better off going... We might be better off going for Trick on Rotom, but we'll have to see. As he does go for this... he's just subbing up, that's the thing. We're going to have to just keep Shadow Sneaking. I think that's our only option, but yeah, Uxie is just going to destroy us, unfortunately. I think the only way is if we could live a Psyshock from Morwell, but I don't think we will. He has Giga Drain as well. Okay, so we're going to have to go for a Shadow Sneak again, I think, because we cannot afford this guy to sub. And it only does 27%. That's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, we're going to have to Shadow Sneak again. This is our only option because we can't afford him to set up, or not even, yeah, get up behind a sub. So we're going to have to let Con Artist go down. From here, though, we're going to have to go out, and we're going to have to rely on a play rough taking this guy out, and I really, really doubt it, to be honest. And we have to then rely on actually being able to survive a hit, which I don't think we can anyway. So there's a lot we've got to rely on here. So he goes for the Giga Drain as a play rough. Does 44%, that's not bad. From here, this is our only option. Our only option is to Sucker Punch. It's all or nothing now. Oh, no. Oh, it's so close. So, luckily, we are going to be able to take this out, I think. Oh, no, maybe not with lefties. Let's see. We are going to have to go into Not a Fan, and hopefully a T-Bolt. I don't think a T-Bolt will do it, though, but this is our only real option. The other option's Air Slash, but that's definitely not going to do enough. So we're going to have to risk it with a T-Bolt, I think. Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a sweep, and definitely something I need to look into with this team, because Uxie is disgustingly scary. Unfortunately, I might change Fire Punch out for Shadow Sneak, especially with our Power Up Punch. So I think actually we're just going to quickly pop onto the Team Builder, and I'm just going to change that for Shadow Sneak, because I think that's probably a better move to go for. So Psyshock is just going to KO. So yeah, unfortunately it's GG from here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battles, especially the first one, I hope. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the battles, and I will see you at the next one. Well, I'll say macadii out once we've actually finished this match. I'll just go for Rapid Spin, there's no point doing anything else, because Giga Drain is just going to take me out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you at the next one. macadii out.